practice every day. The town is full of predator, don't turn a little prey. I flip $1 million out of nothing, make them feel a certain way. Hoping that the switch.
What's good, y'all? FISK Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the FISK. You know why you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen, hit that sub button. Join this FISK unit army. Get FISK unit tough. I'm the muscle of the Giants community. Just know that when you rocking with me, you rocking with the best. I promise you that. At the end of the day, you come to this channel, it's nothing about, there's no negativity on this channel. We about uplifting the people here, man. We about uplifting this community. We about uplifting this team. And we about putting a positive message in the atmosphere. I say it all the time. You got Eagle fans and Eagle content creators out here talking about we gonna win the division. Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts. You got Cockroach fans out here. Man, look at our defense. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick. We gonna be okay. Look at these Cowgirl fans in Dallas. Oh, we got Dak Bortles on a max contract that they didn't want to give him, and we got Ezekiel Elliott coming back. We're gonna be just fine. And now you got me making sure y'all know we winning this damn division in New York. There will be no questions about Daniel Jones. There will be no questions about Joe Judge. There will be no questions about Jason Garrett, and most importantly, there will be no questions about this damn offensive line. I've done one offensive line video this off season, and I felt that was enough because, like I told you a couple months ago in my offensive line video, I'm gonna open this video up by saying it again. The offensive line is a product of the talent around you. The offensive line is only as good as the people around you. You can put the 90s Cowboys line on the 2020 Giants and our record will still be 6-10. I promise you that. You can go put Wayne Gallman on the 95 Dallas Cowboys right now. He won't run like Emmitt Smith. He's not gonna do it. You can't sit here and tell me that the offensive line is what makes the engine go. That's a lie. That's a false. I mean, didn't y'all learn from 2011 when Eli Manning won the second Super Bowl with a mediocre offensive line? But you know what we had? Bradshaw, Jacobs, wide receiver. You know why Eli Manning got the ball out so quick? Manningham, Cruz, Nix. I mean, hell, I'll be point blank blunt with you. That offensive line in Tampa didn't look that good when Jameis was there. Jameis got hit a lot. It's the reason he threw 30 picks. But they get Tom Brady. What does Tom Brady do best? Get rid of the ball quick. What did Peyton Manning do best? Get rid of the ball quick. Peyton Manning went from Indianapolis to Denver and made them Denver linemen look like all-world players because he got rid of the ball. And then when Peyton didn't get rid of the ball, he laid on the ground and surrendered. You're a product of the talent around you when you have an offensive line. Okay? So when I hear ESPN go out and say the Giants' offensive line is the worst in football, what they're talking about in translation is the Giants had the worst set of skill players on the planet last year, because that's all you're really saying. Now, some of this, what I'm about to say is going to go over y'all heads because some of y'all are football fans but don't know how football works. You see, football is the ultimate team sport. One hand washes the other one at all times. Defense, the run game. You stop the run game with good interior pressure so the Blake Martinez's can go get those tackles. Pass rush, it's your job to make that secondary look good. Secondary, it's your job to hold up in case the pass rush don't get there. Safeties, it's your job to, you're the safety for a reason. You play the deep pad for a reason. If the corner can't do his job, you got to cover that mistake. Everything works as one. You can't have one without the other in football. On offense, the run game. Sometimes you use the run game to set up the pass, play action. Or sometimes you pass the ball to set up the run, like a Drew Brees or Tom Brady does. But the number one thing that the offense does is the offensive line. That's the number one thing that has to happen on the offense. They have to block, whether that's the running back or whether that's the wide, or whether that's for the passing game. What people don't tell you, and what Big Fish is trying to explain to you, is you only need 2.5 seconds to make a read. Okay? If Daniel Jones has 2.5 seconds to make a read and he doesn't do his job, that's his fault. It's not the offensive line's fault. If Wayne Gallman is getting tackled after he runs 7 to 10 yards, that's his fault, not the offensive line's fault. What I'm trying to say is last year's line was not as bad as it looked. You see, Wayne Gallman is just not a good running back. So instead of getting a 20-yard gain or a home run touchdown, he would get caught. He got caught from behind a lot. How much better is the offensive line being touted right now if Saquon ran for 1,300 yards last year? Those are the questions you got to ask yourself. Because if Saquon Barkley's healthy, all of a sudden, damn, look how good Shane Lemieux blocks. Oh man, that Andrew Thomas, he blocks pretty damn good, huh? Matt Pert, they look good, huh? We got a pretty good rushing offensive line, huh? That's what you would say. Because Saquon Barkley got the yards to back it up. Same thing with the passing game. You know how many times Daniel Jones sat in the pocket and didn't have nobody to throw to? You know how many times Daniel Jones had a clean pocket and couldn't get rid of the ball because nobody was open? And all you Daniel Jones haters out there say he has no pocket awareness. He needs to step his pocket awareness up because his sorry receivers can't get open. So it's his fault he's standing in the pocket. So that's his fault. That's basically what you're telling me. That's not the offensive line. How much better do you think this offensive line is going to look when Daniel Jones throws for 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns? See, once again, these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. When the stats from the Daniel Joneses and the Saquon Barkleys, when they look good, the offensive line looks good. You feel me? Isn't it funny how when everybody likes to give credit to the offensive line in Dallas, right? Everybody likes to give credit to the offensive line in Dallas, right? And then when they got hurt, everybody blamed Zeke. Notice Zeke is washed. Look at your fantasy draft. So those of y'all doing best balls, Zeke is going like pick 8th, 9th, 10th. Zeke is falling because people think Zeke is washed because the offensive line was bad, right? But the truth of the matter is, real football fans know this. The only reason why Zeke looked bad is because Dak got hurt. You see, what happens is when your quarterback gets hurt, they don't respect Amari Cooper anymore. They don't respect CeeDee Lamb anymore. They zero in on Ezekiel Elliott and they stop him. And they dared Andy Dalton to beat him. So it wasn't that Zeke just got trash overnight. It wasn't that the offensive line was that trash. It was they focused on stopping the run. Something they couldn't do when Dak was there because he was mobile and he could bomb that ball to Amari and CeeDee. Football is about strategy. Like I said in the beginning of the video, one hand washes the other. We got Galladay now. We getting Saquon back. We got Tony now. The offense will be better. And when the offense produces better numbers, everybody will rave about the offensive line. Those runs next season that Saquon has that are going to be 20-yard runs, 50-yard runs that y'all slurped the offensive line for, they were there last year. It was just Wayne Gallman couldn't convert. All those plays that you're going to give offensive line credit for, with Daniel Jones bombs the ball to Tony or Galladay, no, they were there last year. It just Slayton and whatever undrafted wide receiver we threw out there couldn't get open. People, don't be fooled in 2021 and give credit to the offensive line on every single good thing the Giants do on offense. It's called having skill positions. It's called having talent on offense. When they ball, the offensive line will look good. Simple as that. Okay? But that's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is FISK Vegas, and I approve this message.